Hey, okay, I'm sending you a video message instead of a voice memo because we're upgrading. Shane 2.0. No, Shane 500.5 million. I'm so old. Anyways, what I was saying, I was looking at your comments because I'm trying to find like comments for my video, like so I can put them in at the end. And I just had to tell you that I'm like getting emotional because that's what I do. First of all, everything is positive. Like people are so excited that you're being yourself. And I know you were like so nervous about it and you felt like people were gonna be like mad or something, but nobody is. All these comments are so good. Like I've never seen something like this in my entire YouTube life. Somebody like changing everything up and the audience loves them even more for it, and then like the audience comes back and like it's just, I just want you to know that this is something that's never happened before, like in the history of YouTube. And I'm not saying it's because of me, or like I'm not like being like, yes, I did it. I'm not saying that. I mean like this is like a God miracle, like universe thing. Like everything just lined up perfectly and was meant to be, and I'm just like really happy that it all happened. I went to your Social Blade. I know you don't really care about like numbers and stuff, but I went to it a couple days ago and it was crazy. And then I went tonight and like that is crazy. Like what? I'm gonna start crying again. I'm just like, I just knew it. Like I had a feeling like in my stomach when we were sitting in that bathtub. I was like, oh my God. I was just like this is going to blow people away, because it was just so incredible and like real, and I'm just so happy that it all worked out. And I'm so sad that this series is over. But I don't know. I'm just happy. Okay, that's it. I don't know why I'm sending you this. I'm lame. I'm cheesy. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.
She has 4 million subscribers on YouTube.
So 3,000 people waited in line for as long as 6 hours.
It's like the beginning even makes me want to cry. I do have a clean beauty blender. I am going to be reacting to the first couple of videos that Shane and I have put out together on his channel. Just want to come and talk to you guys and tell y'all where I've been for the past week, emotionally wise, and how this experience has been from my end. I feel like right now I'm in such an experimental kind of phase in my life. The best way I can put it is like I am a completely different person, and like a entire universe of weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. I feel like I'm crying so much this week, you guys. I have not hardly been sleeping or eating. I have just been so excited, and for the first time in my life I don't feel like I'm chasing the past. I've just had 2014 built up as this pinnacle in my mind, and always thinking, how am I going to get back there? How am I going to get back there? Always considering that the best parts of my life have already come and gone. That's such a bad way of thinking, because you don't know what the future is going to hold, and you never know when literally any minute, like one thing that you do can completely turn your life around. It's a lot of mindset. For the first time in a couple of years, I don't feel like my life is over. I feel like maybe the best is yet to come, and the best is just beginning, and that's the first time I've thought of that in a long time. First, I just have to say an enormous thank you to Shane. He deserves so much love. He's just a pure person. His spirit is so trustworthy, open, loving. When I reached out to him at first to do a collab, I never envisioned that it would go this way, or it would be this profound and life-changing. First of all, honestly, I thought he would say no. Once he didn't say no, I was like, oh, you know, we're just gonna get together, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have a funny, goofy, spooky kind of time, and that's it. But he was so interested in really getting to know me, and to not just collab, but to forge a friendship. He was so invested in wanting to get deeper and really pushing my boundaries, I guess you could say, to peel back just the kind of like goofy, silly layers to really get me to open up. It takes a special kind of spirit to push people in that way, in like a loving, nurturing way. I mean, this whole time throughout this whole process, I have been so scared, nervous. I thought everybody was gonna hate it. I was so scared. And this whole time he's just been reassuring me and really helping me. And it's honestly just been so much more than a collab. I just have to keep saying thank you so much, because I don't know if I would have truly ever broken this barrier that I've been in, this self-imposed feeling of defeat and self-loathing. I don't know. Like I was saying in another video, it really sometimes takes a special person in your life to present things at a new angle that you've never thought of, to tell you to imagine things you never thought were possible, to really get you to open up and to go from feeling defeated to like, hey, I can do this. I had to watch these videos with Dogman, and the best way that I can put it is just to say it felt like my life flashing before my eyes. Like I can't even press play and like see those. Whew. Okay, the next thank you is like really hard to do, because I have been saying I feel like the past couple of days is a huge Swamp Family reunion. I feel like over the past year and a half that I had lost so many of you guys, and I would never know. I never felt like I would get you back. Like I felt like I had the world, I had the greatest community on YouTube. Oh, let me stop. Now trying to like conceal things from you guys. I don't want to put up a 10-minute video of me crying. I know some of you guys are new and you've never been subscribed to my channel before, but I know a lot of you guys are coming back to this channel and giving me a second chance, and that's just something I never thought I would get again. And that's honestly like the thing that is the hardest for me to watch in this video is the beginning where it's the clips from the meet and greet. The thing that gets me the most is watching that footage that was actually from the Lush meet and greet in 2014. I have that day built up as the greatest day of my life. You guys are so much more than subscribers to me. And I know that kind of like everybody says that. I've seen so many of you guys that I haven't seen commenting on my stuff in a long time. And just seeing so many people there, I felt like I spent a lot of time being so angry by like not getting notifications and please like the video and please subscribe and like all kinds of stuff like that. And some days when I would come to my channel and be low energy or just be extra wacky or so many different things that I've been projecting, and I would get so many like negative comments and so many people saying like I'm unsubscribing, like I'm not here for this. And I was just angry sometimes and frustrated, and I didn't understand like how you guys didn't understand like how I was feeling. And then I've realized it's my fault. How could you understand? How could you understand what I was hiding, what I was feeling, the level of anxiety that I was facing, the level of depression I was dealing with, because I wasn't honest. I wasn't open. I wasn't sharing what was driving these mood swings or these lackluster videos or me just going through the motions. And I feel like a lot of times it's not the types of videos that I was making, it's the energy that I was bringing that was inauthentic. Just literally not putting passion into it anymore, because I felt so depressed that I had no passion to give. And I have come to so many realizations lately. I feel like honestly like a layer of my skin has been peeled off, and I'm so open and raw and what is a word for it? Like reassessing and self-evaluating to a level that maybe I never have before in my life. I don't sometimes like to share things because I don't want it to seem like depression for views or grief for views, or that I'm exploiting anything that's going on in my life for pity, for views. And you guys, there's this whole side of me that I'm pretty sure works with anxiety, where I'm so superstitious about talking about things that I'm scared to share with you guys what's going on until it's already over. The thing that I'm still not really ready to talk about, and I hope that I do open up and I hope that I get there one day, is talking about the family health scare that we had last year. And I literally couldn't even talk about it. I couldn't even talk about it because it was so overwhelming and it was so scary for me that I was scared to even talk about it. And you guys, it's like, I feel like I was like in the seventh circle. I feel like I was in a battle for my soul last year, which I know sounds so dramatic, but it's like you can't do the things that you love, which that is this channel for me. That is you guys. That is everything that I do here. It's so weird because I never considered this a job. And I feel like it's my whole life, which is healthy and unhealthy probably. This is what I do for fun. This is what I do for relaxation. And it is a job now. And so sometimes it's hard for me to wrangle that dichotomy of you have to do a certain amount, but you want to make it good. And it just also like, it's your personal life. And so it's hard to explain those kinds of things. I want to get there with you guys. And it's so crazy how sometimes like depression and anxiety works with your mind, because it's overwhelming the amount of support that I've gotten. And I said in the video with Shane that I felt like so many people in the creator community were like laughing at me as I'm failing or happy that I was failing. And that will just sometimes show you the extent of like how depression and anxiety works on someone's mind, because probably nobody was feeling that way. Probably not, it's not like everybody's like sitting at home like thinking about Bunny all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because there's been so much support, and it's embarrassing and hilarious to say that some of the people that I thought would be thinking this way about me have turned out to be some of the biggest supporters. That just shows you how sometimes you can build a poisonous, toxic shell in your own mind and around yourself. I feel like literally I was internalizing the things that I was saying to myself. I feel like that's why you have to be so careful about what you allow yourself to internalize. And sometimes it is extremely hard. And it's not just like, oh, you just magically feel better because like now you got views and now, whatever. I've honestly tried to not really look at that so much in this past week. Like I really haven't been like looking at subscriber count, view count, this and that, because I don't think it's healthy for me. I think that I just need to stop. And as much as I want to just like refresh and like, what's going on? Like, do you see, like, even when I'm talking about it, I feel like I still get this frantic energy about me, and I feel like it's gotta stop. I just have to stop doing it. And I feel like that frantic negative energy is what I was coming onto this channel with, to be like, I've got to get a video up tomorrow, I've got to do it, I've got to do this number of videos, I have to, like, no time to think, no time to plan, no time to do this, no time to execute it well, just get something up, get something done. And that's not how it should be, and that's not how I ever approached my channel before, and I got caught up in it. This is where I'm at now. I'm nervous. I was nervous this whole time for these videos to go up. I had no idea that they would be perceived the way that they were. I was telling myself the whole time that you guys were gonna hate it. I was telling myself the whole time that you guys were gonna be like, well, her channel just sucks now because she just like started doing unboxings and this and that and the other, which is partially true. And it's taken so many of you guys' comments, which I know a lot of you guys, which makes me sad that you guys think this way, which is another thing I have to improve on majorly, is really interacting with you guys again and like commenting back and liking comments and following back and all of that kind of stuff, because I get so many messages and comments every single day that literally the first sentence is like, I know you're not going to see this, I know you're not going to read this, but let me tell you, I read it, I see it, and especially lately, and it's just that's what I'm trying to say, is the support that I'm getting is unbelievable to me. I never expected that so many of you guys were rooting for me still. Even if you had unsubscribed, you still cared. I hope that you guys can be patient with me for a little bit of time, because I feel like I am in like a very raw state and I want to improve. I've seen a lot of comments being like, you know, well, she's gonna get all this advice, but then she's not gonna take it, and she's not gonna like really change and branch out. And I don't want you guys to think that. One comment that I saw that I really wanted to address in particular was like the other day when I was doing like the Google Does My Makeup challenge, and I was still like being silly and making faces and all kinds of stuff like that. And so I just want to clarify that that is not a mask or like a defense mechanism or anything like that. That's just not me all the time, and I want to stop doing it on days like today when I just want to talk to you guys. It's not like, does this thing really work? Or that zany, wacky side of me is not a part of me that is a true part of me. It's just not me constantly. And a good example of this is I've mostly been doing talks like this on my second channel, Banana Peppers, for like the past year basically. And that's because I thought that you guys did not want content like this. I should have taken note really from you guys' comments, because a comment that I saw over and over and over again was that you had unsubscribed from Graveyard Girl, but you had subscribed to Banana Peppers. And so many times I got the comment that I wish she was the same person on Graveyard Girl that she is on Banana Peppers. And it's taken me till now to understand what you guys meant, which I've looked at my second channel as a place of like solace and a place of refuge and a place where I really could go to be myself. And I was, for lack of better terms, too stupid to realize that that's what you guys do want. That's what you guys are asking for. You guys would prefer me to just sit down and do stuff like this, and it doesn't necessarily have to be something big and wacky and zany and flashy and just me laughing all the time. It's not real is the thing that I missed, is that it's not real, because no one is like that. No one is just permanently sassy or happy. And I guess it was just things over the years that I felt like I needed to conform to. Like I remember seeing a comment like, I don't know, a couple years ago that's like, oh, if she doesn't like do a sippy in her video, then it's not a Graveyard Girl video. And then I felt like I needed to hit these checkpoints to be Graveyard Girl. And I really did see it as a division of like, there's Graveyard Girl and then there's me on my second channel. That is crazy, because like I am the same person, you know, like I am Graveyard Girl. That's why I feel like some of this stuff maybe isn't relatable. Sort of like create a persona that is you, but only like the best parts of yourself, the parts that you feel like other people will like the best. Now maybe I can get past like some of the sappier parts, I guess, and kind of just talk to you guys about what I have planned for this channel, because I feel like it's almost gonna be a brand new channel in so many different ways. Like I was saying, I do feel like some things will always stay, like, does this thing really work? And I feel like you guys will see like my wacky, crazy, zany personality, because I really hope you guys don't think that that is just a complete mask all the time, because I feel like I filmed a Black Milk haul the other day, just showing off like new clothes and new dresses and stuff like that. And as I was putting the dresses on, I just was feeling so happy and so light of spirit that I was kind of like jumping around and make funny faces and like all kinds of stuff like that, because I was loving what I was doing again. I think one thing that I have been so tempted to try for so long is to get somebody to help me film videos sometimes and to get somebody to help me edit videos sometimes. And I feel like part of my self-defeat in the last year was saying, I would love to do a podcast, or I would love to do a book, or I would love to make cool intros for my videos, or to make videos that just look different, that are more aesthetically pleasing, that are different beyond my capabilities, which is old iMovie and stacking this camera up on shoe boxes. And I feel like you guys as an audience deserve more than that. I want to give you guys more than that. I have the imagination to create more than that. And I'm going to try and be brave enough to sort of like make that leap towards doing some more edited, polished videos. Now, I do want to keep a balance, because this is where I kind of struggle, is a lot of the times I do just like to have the feeling that I'm just sitting down and doing something simple and just kind of like talking and hanging out with you guys, which I guess is how I got into the pattern of just doing like unboxing videos all the time, where I felt like it was just a way to like sit down and hang out and maybe like loosely have some reason for doing that beyond just kind of like sitting and doing a tea vlog. That's not going to completely go away, and hopefully you guys won't see that as like regression back to something that I shouldn't be doing. I'll say I am a little scared and I am a little nervous that people think I'm going to be able to now start doing and cranking out the types of content and the types of videos that Shane makes, because what he does, I mean, he's like a filmmaker and a director, and he's years ahead of me, and I don't want to be Shane. I want to be Bunny. It's gonna be kind of explorative for the next couple of months, discovering what my new voice is, what my new voice should be. In a way, it is almost like the original Graveyard Girl is dead, and this is gonna be Graveyard Girl 2.0. And I feel like last year I did a couple of videos where I had them edited, and I was getting discouraged by a lot of comments saying like, I hate this, I don't want this, I don't like this. And I shouldn't have taken them so deeply to heart, because not everyone is going to love everything. But I think it is going to be a step in the right direction, and I think it's going to help me to stop making excuses that I can't do something. If you see a video that you don't like, maybe tell me like what you don't like about it, so that when I get an editor, I can know like what's good, what's bad, like what's interesting, what's slow. But I feel like my channel really needs that, because I do have to start making shorter videos sometimes, because 30, 40, 50 minutes is not digestible by most people. I feel like I need somebody with a more trained eye that will help me with those kinds of things. I feel like I'm out of my depth, and I feel like I need to start learning to ask for help when I need it. And I feel like I'm at that point in my life. About to film a Does This Thing Really Work? And I have somebody coming in to help me film it and to help me edit it. And I kind of want to see if it's better, because I do love those videos. I love that video series. And I see what you guys have been saying, how I was just doing a lot of it with toys and like just very childish stuff, which is kind of a part of my personality that frustrates me, is because I do have so many interests, and sometimes I do just get stuck in one thing. Like I feel like earlier this year we were just doing 90s, 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 and while I'm like loving that, you guys are at home probably like seeing it pop up and being like, I do not want another 90s video. And so I feel like those are things I have to be more conscientious with, because I do care about you guys. Like, I don't want to just churn out stuff that you don't want to watch. Like, you giving your time to me, you guys spending your time on my videos, it's a gift, and you don't have to choose to do that. And so it's like I want to be able to be honest with you guys, be real with you guys, and give you guys the content that I feel as a viewer that you deserve. It's just gonna be like thinking out of the box about a lot of stuff and just not beating myself up so much anymore. I've had this narrative for the past year that I am just utterly worthless and everyone in the world is happy to see me fail, and that's not true. And I have to stop saying things like, you're so stupid, or like, it's shocking how quickly I say stuff like that. It's just like, I never thought that I was the type of person that I had become. And I feel like that is why this past year has been so difficult for me, is almost just like watching someone take over my life that's not me, but I don't know how to stop it. A lot of it is just allowing myself to keep repeating these things to myself internally and sometimes out loud externally, so much that it became part of my own narrative that I then was living. Oh, does any of this make any sense? I have to practice all kinds of different things, and it's not going to happen overnight. And that's one of the things that scares me the most, is seeing a bunch of comments like, she's just back to her old ways, or she's not taking any of the advice, or anything like that. And so I'm just saying, like, I hope that you guys will stick with me long enough to see what we transform into and become together. And the most important thing is I'm making a vow to you guys that I am changing now. I'm just gonna put one foot forward in front of the other and just see where we go. I know that I really want to get back into the fashion stuff. I really want to get back into the makeup stuff. I feel like I have missed that so much. That's kind of what scares me, is I don't want you guys to think like when I test out beauty gadgets or when I test out this or that, that's not really me. And so I don't know, I hope you guys will like those videos. And oh my gosh, sometimes I've been getting so tired this week because I feel like there has been so much laughing and so much crying and so much excitement that I am almost getting like exhausted sometimes. So I'm sorry if my energy seems a little bit down right now. Just a huge thank you. I don't know where to go from here except for thank you. And I feel like right now, whereas I felt like I had nowhere to go but down, I now feel like I have nowhere to go but up. And it's really just been a lot of internalizing that message instead of you're failing, everyone hates you. That's all I can say, you guys. I still feel frustrated because I don't feel like I said everything that I wanted to say. But thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. I will forever be grateful for everything that's happened in this past week. It's like I don't want it to stop. And I love you guys, and I will see y'all very soon. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but I love you guys, and I will see y'all later. Bye.